Hello, this is Broyar, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Civilization 6, continuing our game as Mali. We are still in a Dark Age, but we should be getting out of that Dark Age very, very soon. It's the wrong button. We got three more points to get in 9 turns, and we should definitely be able to get that. We got a couple trade routes finishing up here soon. Let's see, give whatever score. Yeah, each time we complete a trade route. The other things we could do is some great people, which we have several that we could probably pick up. Speaking of, this great merchant here would be a good pickup for us. In fact, we're going to be getting this one here next turn anyway, so that will be a good one. But yeah, so I think we're pretty confident we're going to be able to get a heroic age, which is going to get us another trade route because, you know, obviously heroic age is just a glorified golden age, which gets us extra trade routes. Why are you not growing? Really, on default, you don't grow at all. Well, let's make sure you grow, because I feel like that's good for us. A few of you people are actually starting to drop down, but I don't think there's anything I can do to stop. Like that one for sure, I can't stop right now. This one is focusing on production. I could probably jump off of that. Oh, it's still not going to be able to grow at this point. What else do we got going on? Guess that's all of that. So 3 more points. What do you need? So you're good on housing for the moment, so we don't really need the neighborhood or the sewer. We don't really need Cristo Redentor either, to be perfectly honest. Trade routes. We need more trade routes. Got lots of trade route options available. Speaking of trade routes, here we go. I could send Walata a trade route to give it some more food to help it grow, which might not be a bad idea. Although I don't really care if that one gets that big. If I send it anywhere, I'll send it to Segu, which I think I will go ahead and do. Alright, you were doing railroads through here. I could also do a mountain tunnel, just because why not? Sure, because we can. It does use up one of our builds, but we're about to be done with using this unit anyway. Trader. Probably okay to come out of here. Let's go ahead and start focusing on the most gold. Looks like Abu up here is the most gold. And that actually might get us, I was going to say, it's going to get us to a point where we're not losing any more food anymore, which is good. Alright, that's all that. We just finished the World's Fair last episode. Got all of that stuff. We're about to finish a hydroelectric dam. 5 turns on our flood barriers, which should hopefully come in just in time to save, for example, this district. And I think there's another tile up there as well. So I'm hoping that we can get that out as quickly as possible before the waters rise too much more. Although I have a feeling they're about to rise pretty soon. Claim a great person. Okay, we'll definitely recruit this one. This is going to give some more amenities. So that's going to be very good for us. That gets us just 1 point, though. So we're still 2 points shy with 8 turns to go. Alright, completed Renaissance walls here. Don't really need housing. In fact, if anything, you just need food at this point. Can't do any more traders at the moment. Convert to coal power. We already just converted to oil, so we don't need to do that. Probably just commercial hub investment at this point. Should be fine. Alright, so you're the one that has the genes. So we can just send you anywhere. So that'll work. Hopefully that gets us a couple more ecstatics, so that's going to be very helpful. We don't need Liang down here anymore at this point. We can send her to a more profitable city. Probably to this one, or actually up here maybe. Yeah, let's send her up here to Tadmeka. It's definitely a better city for her. Anything else, I guess, is okay for the most part. I mean, this guy probably can move around a little bit to one of these other better cities like Gao, but I think it's going to be fine where he's at. He'll be okay. Great person recruited. Good stuff. You're still doing railroad shenanery, so we'll go ahead and keep doing some railroad stuff. You are a trader. Hopefully get us a little bit of food coming here. Not quite enough to save us in that city. Four more turns on our flood barriers. Plus we get an extra spy. You want my blue jeans. And honestly, sure, why not? It's a decent amount of gold. We only need one pair of them. One pair of blue jeans. Enemy siphoning gold. Not surprising. Not surprising. I mean, I'm glad they don't take it directly from us, but man, we're giving them a lot of gold. Alright, so trader is completed here. Again, you don't need the housing at the moment. Probably just... I don't know what we want. Getting this great engineer would be good. So maybe start working on some industrial logistics. In fact, I probably should do that with Sega. We'll go ahead and let him finish what he's doing. But that might be a pretty good idea for that one. You are still losing some people, some population. So we're going to go ahead and give you another source of food. Do we have another great person coming along? Because we are going to be a little bit short. We may have to save up what little money we had to try and grab another great person here. Because I don't know that we're going to have anything else. Do I have any trade routes finishing soon? 4 turns here. So this one might get us a point, and then we probably still going to need a great person on top of that. Because we need 2 more points. It would be a real huge shame to miss Heroic Age by 2 points. Or even 1 point. That'd be even worse, obviously. Somebody's finished the Panama Canal. I love the irony that this niter that I know bothered people that I hadn't improved for so long was one of the first things that gets destroyed by the rising waters. So it's like, I improved it. I got to use it for 10 turns and then it got destroyed. There you go. Ah, no. Permanently flooded. Boo. So is this one permanently flooded now? Probably. I don't know. We'll still try to build the wall things, but I have a feeling that was permanently flooded. So that's a huge shame. Losing out on that district is very, very bad. You actually need some housing. So probably go ahead and get you a neighborhood. Could take up this spot. We gotta, I don't know, we need to take up that lumber mill right now. Let's just stick it over. I'll just stick it over here. I mean, 4 is gonna be enough for now. I don't need to go crazy with that one. All right, you are gonna hook up that. This will be our last city that needs a railroad. Yes, yes. And trader here. Both of these are 25. This one gives us a little bit more food, so we'll go with this one. Barely took care of that. 2 turns, and we can start building the flood barriers. You want coal and horses. I don't want to give you coal, buddy. Alright, but I will give you some horses for a luxury. That is okay with me. I don't know what you're going to do with horses. You got elephants. Alright, so trading posts just got created. So we are literally 1 point shy of a heroic age. 5 turns to get 1 point. And it's not going to come from another trade route. Gain 350 science for every artifact. That's really not a useful great person. We're gonna probably go for this great writer, just to get a little bit of culture or something. I mean, if we get enough money for this, which we will, but that's a lot of money to spend on this. But it is a good one. It is a very good one. if we want to go for a space victory. Broadway's done. Sources gained. Well, Congress is about to meet. All right, so Renaissance walls are completed here. Let's go ahead and, I was going to buy some stuff. I guess we can go ahead and buy the research lab. Because we're not going to use the faith for the great person. I think that'll be fine. You actually have enough space for a district. I don't know. I'm just going to do a round of commercial hub investments for now, I think. Or do I want to do like science or something? Science one I'm not that worried about. The commercial hub would be good to get that guy. Would be really solid. All right, envoys. We're good there, we're good there, we're good there. None of these other ones are within range right this second. Go ahead and put 2 more here just to get some culture. It's not really much, but it's something. All right, just because. I don't know if it matters. We're going to do that. I may actually put a tunnel here just to... because I can. I don't know if there's any reason to, but just to say... Actually, I kind of like that one being protected. There's no point putting a tunnel there. All right, you... I guess you know what? The trade route here is pretty solid. We'll go ahead and send the trade route out of there. Now it's becoming less solid. So, I'm going to put another one over here in Segu. And Mr. Spy, you just gained sources. So your job is to try and steal a tech boost. 1 turn on computers. That wouldn't happen to be in a new era, would it? It is. So we should get an error score for that. Right? Yes? I think so. I always, when I get it, it's kind of almost a surprise. I kind of forget exactly what things give me error score. It's so, I don't know. There needs to be like little hover things and say, hey, this, by the way, gives you an error score. I had a list. I have misplaced my list. Begin voting. Apparently we could not vote on that. Okay. Some emergency things going on. Once all this stuff clears out, we're going to see that we did get an error score for getting our new technology. Computers. Still a tech boost for telecommunications. A lot of stuff going on. Enemy spy escape. Some declarations of war. Nothing that's going to deal with us. Apparently Greece is happy with us at the moment. That's interesting. Couple emergency declarations. So we got that. So we are locked in for a heroic age. And it's a very, very good time for a heroic age for us. So I'm pretty happy with that. Let's go ahead and, I don't know, befriend Greece. Why not? Can't do an alliance, so we'll just be friends for now. What do we want to research now? Probably just go right up to rocketry at this point. I mean, we only beeline this one just so we can hurry up and get the flood barriers. But obviously rocketry is kind of what we're here for. So let's go ahead and push towards that and get working. And I know one of our neighbors, I think you, yeah, I was going to say you've already got some rockets going out. You've actually got a couple of them. So we do have some competition. We'll do another industrial zone logistics here. Down here, let's look at the flood barriers. Am I confused? Why can you not do flood barriers? What do you need to do flood barriers? Flood barriers are flood barrier. It's in a city center. Must be built in a city with 1 or more coastal lowland tiles. So I'm guessing because those tiles are now gone, does that mean I can't build the flood? Okay, I can build the flood barrier here. I cannot purchase the flood barrier. And that is a ridiculous expensive thing. Oh my. I mean, don't get me wrong. The production here is terrible. Alright, so what cities do I have that can build flood barriers? You can build a flood barrier. Okay. I mean, we may have to send some trade routes down here to get some flood barriers. Okay, you cannot You cannot. You can. All right, well, we'll look at the flood barriers here in a moment, but wow, they're expensive. Oh, you can build a flood barrier. Why can you build a flood barrier? Is this your tile? That must be your tile. Cool. Let's get us a flood barrier because we can over this one little tile, our niter. I mean, I would like to start producing the flood barrier because why not? So it's going to protect these two tiles. Okay, I see how it works a little bit, I guess. Kind of interesting. I mean, the production is insanely long. All right. Your housing is okay. Everything else is okay. Probably go ahead and knock out an amphitheater. You, Mr. Engineer. I don't know that I need you for anything else, honestly. I'll just sleep you for now. Trader. Would like to keep going with some food, but I guess a little bit of food is still some food, so it's going to be fine. It's going to give us a little bit of growth. Alright, Mr. Spy. Could steal tech boost here. We're actually at 90% on tech boost steal. You're also our guy that can do disrupt rocketry, which we're probably going to want to do at some point. I'm going to go ahead and do a tech boost steal first. But we probably will want to disrupt some rocketry here very soon. Yeah, Gilgamesh is starting to work up pretty quickly. Training post created. That gave us another point. I wasn't actually expecting another point there, so that's good. We're a little bit of cushion there. Alright, you want my coal. I don't want to give you coal. I don't mind giving you some niter, I suppose. Alright, sure, fine. I mean, you're probably going to use it against us, but if I don't trade with you, you're probably going to trade with somebody else anyway, so why not get something out of it? Enemy stole 4,000 gold. City starving. City keeps fluctuating. Alright, hydroelectric dam is done. Very cool. You could do a flood barrier, I guess. There's a lot of other things we can build too, but I kind of just want to protect what we can. You actually have a lot more tiles to protect. Alright, anything here? I mean, your housing is irrelevant because you're just basically going to fluctuate back and forth on the 7-6 kind of side of things. Because I don't think your housing is going to ever get better unless I send you a trade route. I will go ahead and just do a token sewer just to have it plugged in, but I'm not worried otherwise. Alright, you just go for the most production at this point. See if we can get these flood barriers out a little bit quicker. Looks like 4 and 17. So it drops down to 36. Man, those are so expensive. I wonder if it goes up based on how many you can do. Maybe. I don't know though. Because this guy did 1 and it only cost 9. This guy did 2 and it cost 44, but his production's lower. I think they just have low production up there. Hope all the spies are enjoying all the gold they're getting from us. We just leave it laying around. We basically pave our streets in gold at this point. And so really the spies really aren't doing that much to steal. They're just picking it up off the street at this point. Anything else we want to do right this second? I don't think so. 4 turns on rocketry, 5 turns on ideology. Getting into that next tier of government is going to be really, really good. Still some religious combat going on around us. So we don't need the great person. We don't need to rush the great people. But we do still want this guy. So tempted to rush him a little bit. Apparently we lost our spy. So Russia, give us our spy back, please. Yeah, it's worth it. That's worth it. We'll take the spy back. Thank you, sir. And I guess maybe we should start going after some of the spaceport dudes at this point. Even though we're our friends. I guess I can start with Congo. Not Congo, Zulu. Although, no, he's my ally too. So everybody's my ally that I want to go after. Well, fine. We'll go after Lagash over here. Just start somewhere and work our way down the list. Violent Storm, it's not near us. Spy Capture, we just got it back. And we got 2 turns left in our Dark Age. Which is going to lower our gold in production quite a bit. I say quite a bit. I mean, I think it's only for cities with a factory, but did I read that right? But it's 2 of our bigger cities, 2 or 3 of our bigger cities have those factories. So that is, it's a decent amount. Wonder completed. Alrighty, so you finished the industrial zone logistics. Does get us quite a bit closer. It's only 5,000 gold at this point. Which we could do. We do have the money for it. I'm kind of tempted to keep doing with the industrial zone logistics for a little bit more. Yeah, I think that might be alright. It's just a great person to pick up. Alright, so you're going for whatever's the most production, and we'll go ahead and go with whatever's most gold as well. Just try and... It's only 34 turns. That's all it is. I mean, it may be futile for us to be trying to spend this many turns on just protecting a couple zones, but if nothing else, I want to do it because I haven't done it yet, and I didn't do it in the previous game, so I just accepted the flood losses in my Phoenicia game. So I'm like, you know what? Let's get one of these out. This one's about to be done. You want some niter. You want to give me, you know what? That's fine with me. I'm not using it for anything right now anyway. We are still losing some oil, but I think we'll be able to turn that around soonish. Storm is done. You apparently don't like my art and sciences situation. There's rocketry. There's our ideology. And, one second. We'll come back to that. And our golden age. Well, on that note, we're going to go ahead and put a cut in here. When we come back, we will decide what policies we want to lock in and what we want to do with our dedications for our heroic age. But I do appreciate you watching, and I hope you join me again next time. Thank you, and goodbye.